This week's dev update for Microsoft Flight Simulator comes with a new roadmap, which includes the release window for World Update 5. Also, Asobo Studio have released their first downloadable plane, the Top Rudder 103 Ultralight. So let's jump in and take a look at all of this. The first news then that most of you will want to hear is that release window. World Update 5 is set to release in June. The current roadmap places that during the week beginning the 24th of June, so as we get closer to that, Asobo will be able to zero in and give a specific date. Basically though, it's around 2 months away at this point. The update will cover the Nordics, which of course is Northern Europe. The Nordics consist of 5 separate countries, including Scandinavia, Norway, Denmark, Finland and Iceland. So we can fully expect to see new digital elevation maps for these areas, bringing improved terrain. Additionally, there will no doubt be a bunch of new points of interest. Keep in mind that the most recent update, World Update, had over 100 points of interest, and hopefully there will also be a few photogrammetry cities as well. Now, the Nordics are beautiful countries, lovely places. Seeing improvements to these locations is going to be a nice touch indeed. Meanwhile, the new roadmap also has a release window for Sim Updates 4 and 5. Sim Update 4 then is set to release on the 25th of May. At the moment, there's no solid details on what this would include. However, the feedback snapshot lists a few items that should be included within this update. This will be the first phase of the Garmin G1000 and G3000 updates, and this will include continuing work across Sim Updates 4, 5 and 6. Now, the first part of the live weather improvements and fixes will also be included in number 4. Turboprop engine logic will also be partially fixed with this update. However, the rest of the fixes for that are scheduled for updates 5 and 6. Beyond all of this, ATC phraseology has a status of matches FAA, and this has a release window for Sim Update 4, and I know a lot of people want ATC to be updated, fixed and improved, so we should start be seeing that very soon now. Moving on to graphical issues, regional ground texture problems, LOD problems and tree density all have ongoing work on them. The first phase of all of this will be coming in Sim Update 4. Now, Sim Update 5 is set for a later release, with the roadmap simply showing mid-July for this. There isn't currently any unique fixes or updates that are listed for this update, however it will contain the second phases of some of the work that will be beginning with Sim Update 4. In other news, Asobo's new plane, the Top Rudder 103 Ultralight, released yesterday. The footage of the new plane has been playing in the background throughout this video. The plane costs $9.99 from the in-game marketplace. It's actually a fun fly and quite different experience if you're used to anything, well, shall we say, a bit more solid. And there's also another standout release this week, the Bell 47G2 helicopter, which has been developed by third-party developers Flying Side. Now, the interesting thing here is that whilst Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't currently support helicopters, Flying Side have gone ahead and developed their own flight model for it, which they claim supports realistic collective cyclic responses, ground effect, flatback, transverse flow, torque and yaw, VRS and auto-rotation capabilities. In terms of the helicopter itself, this appears to be a detailed model and also features PBR textures. Now, this is released and I want to take a closer look at, so do keep an eye out for a video on this one very soon. If you want to go ahead and check this out for yourselves, you can find a link in the video description. The release is priced at $34.95. Aerosoft, meanwhile, have been continuing work on their new plane. After the release of the CRJ, their focus is now very much on the Twin Otter. Aerosoft have released a bunch of screenshots for this. The screenshots clearly show the plane taking off from a runway and then using its floats to touch down in a body of water. The screenshots also indicate the level of detail that Aerosoft are going for here. Now, the company generally doesn't produce study-level planes, but nonetheless, they certainly provide by far the most detailed planes currently available for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The Twin Otter doesn't currently have a release date, however the developers are very much aiming to make it available for this year. Right now, Aerosoft are waiting on some updates to the sim for turboprops that need to be made by Asobo. Currently, there's no price for the plane, but Aerosoft have said that it will be mid-priced. So there we have it. That pretty much catches us up with things as they stand right now. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.